Hello, I'm Dennis Cometti. Get ready, it's time for Sunday afternoon football. It's great to be back in Launceston, where it seems like the only thing that grows here is the crime rate.
There's a big sound from the west of the town. It's the sound of the mighty giants.
The cheer squad's hard work is paying off. The banner looks great and everything is spelled correctly. Mind you, I'm the last man once. They run on in full confidence. They're looking sharp and the crowd are appreciating it. The banners look great as the players get set to run through them. We have the toss of the coin. Both teams start the day in the top 8. Waiting for the siren now. The first quarter has begun.
It's not the will to win that matters. Everyone has it. It's the will to prepare to win that matters.
McAvoy with first hands to the ball. There'll be a ball up in the centre square. Good tap from McAvoy. Haynes puts the ball in the hands of fate. That play is as high-tech as it can for. He picks up the loose ball. Handballs to the running man. Mumford with a short hand pass. Clean pick up by Ward. Gets boot to high. The umpire allows play to continue. Chip kick along the wing. Nice mark under pressure. Distance could be the problem. Works it across the ground. Green gets the upper hand. He steadies now in front of goal. A pretty safe bet from this position. Green lets fly with a shot at goal. Nice goal from Green. Greater Western Sydney score first.
Green's shown a lot of character with his recent performances.
Clean tap out of the ruck. Hodge with the ball. Gibson lays a strong tackle and forces the ball to spill free. Birchall a good crummer. Smith with the ball. Smith throws the ball. Free kick. Kick by Shaw. He's no oil painting, but look at him climbing the pack like a pop-up toaster. He was never going to get that. Clean tap by McAvoy. The bigger the shove, the bigger the love. Mitchell puts it on the boot. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it.
Haynes needs to do a little bit more work on his jumping. He can get some good height, but it's the timing that's not quite there. Davis with the ball. He boots it. Kennedy marks it. He doesn't want to take too long lining this shot up. Puts boot to ball. He gets it under pressure.
45 metres out. Going for goal number 1. A goal for the Giants. The Giants have scored the last 2 goals. Hawthorn in early trouble. Davis looked about as coordinated as Disney's Goofy. He collects the loose ball. McAvoy kicks an ugly looking one here. I think it came off the other side of the boot.
GWS have just been so dominant in the marking contests, and it's given them the perfect platform to kick a winning score. Puts boot to ball. Sending it on its way. Bunteen with the mark. He kicks it long. Good mark.
Puts boot to ball. The ball being picked up before it makes its target. Puopolo wins the marking contest. Jams it on the boot now. Marked by Roughhead. Now do you think he can kick this one, Richard?
The angle is pretty tough, Dennis. I'm not sure he can do it.
35 metres out. Hawthorn get there first.
Roughhead. He's creative with his game. He always makes an appearance on the highlight reel.
Cleared by Davis. Vickery has the ball. Ward tackles. Scoops up the ball. Intercepted. Finding the running player. Didn't middle that kick, did he, Richo?
He just sprayed that one. He should have put more thought into that.
Would you back him in from here, Richo?
I don't know if he'll make the distance here, Dennis.
He'd like that one again. It was a shocker off the boot. The ball goes over the line and out of play. Shield feeling the pressure, gets the quick kick away.
Williams has some great leadership skills, and leadership is about getting other players involved and being able to take it as well as dishing it out. The only way you're going to get respect from your teammates. The ball bounced to the advantage of the opposition. Burgoyne has no chance at that one. Gibson picks up the loose ball.
Almost a touch of synchronised swimming about that mark. Minus the peg. This is a great angle to kick from. Bruce. Roughhead. He surely won't miss from this distance. Roughhead. Oh, and what about that? That was really special. If you want to be a hero, now is the time to put your hand up. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Nearing quarter time. Schoenmakers is streaming past and gets the footy. The umpire will give us another ball up. Davis taps. Gathered by Hopper. Delivers the footy with a beautiful drop pass. The first quarter ends and the scores are all tied up at 12. Let's go to Richo now and take a look at the stats.
The Giants could put on some really excellent tackles and the scoreboard really reflects their effort. An intense 21 tackles for the Giants and only 2 tackles for Hawthorn. Both teams are neck and neck for handball disposals.
Enlightening, Richo. The first break is finished and play is set to commence.
If you can believe it, the mind can achieve it.
Gibson laps up the misplaced footy. It's his. Oh, that's just giving the ball away. McAvoy with the mighty fist. Off the ground. It's impossible to outplay an opponent you can't outthink. Think about that. McAvoy directs it down. Controlled by Schoenmakers. Whitfield on the ball at the moment. He has space for an easy mark.
Patton really wears his heart on his sleeve. He gets the upper hand. He slams that on the boot. Strong mark there. Haynes with the kick. Ward marks it.
Kicks it across the ground. Steady hands there as he holds that one. Delidio puts it on the boot. Strong mark. Kicks. Great grab. Kennedy getting into position for the kick. 30 metres out. Going for goal number 1. Goal to the Giants. The Giants by a goal. Good bounce. McAvoy with the tap. He picks up the loose ball. Gathers the ball. Manages to get a hand to it. Good drop punt by Rioli. Does well to keep it in play. Well, he tried and he failed. We'll have a throw in. Bunteen with no time to delay with that kick. Shield slams it on the boot. Nice mark there. Kicks it. Strong mark.
Delidio shown a lot of character with his recent performances. Just 2 minutes left. Gibson takes advantage. Strong mark there. Bruce getting into position for the kick, lining it up with the goal now. A goal here will even the scores. Bruce with a long goal. Scores level now.
You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Hit by Mumford. Down goes Gibson. Kicks. Nice mark there. He kicks quickly. Schoenmakers winds it up. Too far out to score, surely. Jams it on the boot. Shield with the mark. Jams it on the boot. He's no oil painting, but look at him climbing the pack like a pop-up toaster.
Bunteen is the heart and soul of this footy club. I don't think he'll be going anywhere anytime soon. Ward slams the ball to his boot. Hopper slams the ball to his boot. He grabs it. Wilson kicks the ball.
Lucky bounce collected. Here's a chance for Smith. Slams it on the boot. Crawley laps up the misplaced footy. It's his. Out of bounds in the pocket. Counting down, we've hit the 60-second mark. Both ruckmen standing their ground. McAvoy with the mighty fist. He has the ball. The loose ball picked up by Podge. Going for goal number 1. You could see that happening right after it left his boot. Crawley playing on out of the goal square. Ward has a great set of hands. Fantastic mark.
Ward, he's not the biggest threat on the field, but he can make his opponent accountable, and he requires a watchful eye at times. He handballs it. He slams that on the boot. McAvoy with a strong mark. He boots it. Good mark.
Gets boot to high. Strong mark by Ward.
He slams that on the boot. Caniglio with the mark.
A rushed kick. Border Control will be keen to look at this trafficking, but his attempt was in vain. It's over the line. The ruckman battle it out. Cameron is a class above. I expect he'll continue to dominate McAvoy. Short with the handball out of the pack. The ball bounced favourably for Burgoyne. Whitfield with the ball. He gets the hand pass. Mitchell tries in vain to tackle, and that's the end of the term with Greater Western Sydney 19, the Hawks 18.
It looks like Hawthorn have not been themselves in the first half. I'll tip them to come out firing in the second half. But for GWS fans out there, it certainly has been a polished first half performance.
The halftime break is over now. Back to work.
Think big, believe big, act big, and the result will be big.
Griffin, a good crummer. Bruce gathers. This could turn things around. Just fell through. He's bagged a couple now. On top is the Hawks. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Punch by Mumford. Handballs from the tackle. Jams it on the boot. Nice mark there. His kicking is unbelievable. Some people don't go that far for their holidays. Casanova would have been jealous of that pickup. He scoops the ball off the ground. Bunteen puts it on the boot, and the mark will be paid. Works it across the ground. A great effort. Gets boot to leather, and the mark will be paid. Works it across the ground. The ball being picked up before it makes its target. Ward puts it on the boot. Kelly got under it. As cool as a prize marrow as he lines up for this shot. 30 metres out. A 45-degree shot is not too hard. He just has to keep his cool. It's a game of fluctuating fortunes as the Giants take back the lead. First hand's important. It bounced straight into his hands as if he'd just called a puppy with a whistle. Big man does nicely. Kicked by Shield. Handballs from the tackle, finding the running player. Bruce looks hurt. Richo, can you tell us what you saw?
Bruce will be heading off the field. That looks really serious to me. McAvoy will give you a competitive contest in every hit-out, I can assure you of that. But the midfielders are going to have to work really hard to earn the centre clearances off his ruck work. Mitchell slams the ball to his boot. Griffin takes the mark.
Gets boot to leather. Marked by Hopper. Advantage. Hopper sends one up towards the wing. Takes that one strongly.
Ward is a very intelligent guy. He always seems to make the right decisions no matter what's happening on field around him. And the umpire will throw it in. It's tapped down nicely. Even under extreme pressure, he's got the handball out. Mumford gets the footy. He gains possession. Deledio with the kick. Strong mark there.
Mitchell boots it. Great mark. Clean hands with a difficult bouncing ball. Counting down, we've hit the 92nd mark. He puts it out of bounds on the full, and the ball goes over the boundary line. Mumford off, breathing like Tony Soprano. Takes control of the bouncing ball.
Ward is incredibly competitive, and you can count on the fact that if he makes a mistake, apart from being dirty on himself, you won't see another one for a long, long time. The scores are all tied up. Shield got a really good footballing brain. Davis with the ball. He kicks the ball. It's a mark. He steadies now in front of goal. Rioli lines up. Rioli with the shot. The ball's up. The huge kick makes it through the goals. Hawthorn lead.
Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. Big thump from McAvoy. The bouncing ball is controlled. He gathers the loose ball. The ball came out of the pack like a wet salmon. Intercepted by Gibson. Mitchell with the football. He gathers the loose ball. He receives the handball. I haven't seen him for a while, Richo.
Yeah, Dennis, he is playing B-grade footy.
Gets his first touch and he's finally in the game. Jams it on the boot now. An easy grab for Roughhead. It's a beautiful angle right where you need it. He boots it. Roughhead. 2 goals up for the Hawks.
Roughhead obviously loves playing for the club. I can't imagine him being anywhere else.
Here's the bounce.
Vickery has the passion for this game, and that shines through every time he plays. Davis marks it. He kicks the ball. Shield marks it. Puts boot to ball. Caniglio really forced to earn that mark. He kicks the ball. De Boer takes a contested mark.
Jams it on the boot. Did you like that term, Richo?
If the Hawks can maintain their structures and continue playing on their terms, then this game is a foregone conclusion. So it's just about the last roll of the dice if the Giants contend to make any inroads to this deficit.
Richo, how well are these teams performing?
The Giants showing their superior marking skills with a whopping 50, while Hawthorn trail behind on 14. GWS and Hawthorn are very level on the possession count, which reflects the evenness of this contest. The handball stats show that the two teams are fairly even, with Hawthorn on 15 and GWS on 14.
You always have that unique perspective on things, Richo. The final quarter, and it should be most enjoyable.
Push yourself again and again. Don't give an inch until the final siren sounds.
Schoenmakers has his head down now. Rattled the woodwork on the full. Free kick. Kick that straight into the behind post. Out on the full. Davis got under it. He steers it out of the defensive 50. Hopper enjoying a height advantage. Slams it on the boot. Ward marks it.
Ward doesn't even break stride when gathering the loose ball. Just clean hands. Deledio boots it long. The loose ball is picked up. He hand passes it, dishes it off to the running player. Langford decides to send it to space. Vickery gets the intercept. Really quick hands to get the ball out from that tackle. Just wasn't able to grab it cleanly.
Roughhead collects. He shows the quick hands. Score for the Hawks. 3 goals and a fine display from Proust. The Hawks lead by 3 goals. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Mumford gets onto the ball. Hopper gets a nice bump from Mitchell. The ball bounced to the advantage of the opposition. Johnson feeling the pressure, gets the quick kick away. Boots it. Marked by Deledio.
Deledio is good, but he doesn't always find that best option while in congestion. Frawley marks it. He kicks the ball. He grabs it. Puts boot to ball. He marks the ball.
Marks takes his time as he lines up for goal. It's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. Going for goal number 2. He's no oil painting, but look at him climbing the pack like a pop-up toaster. This angle is a big ask for Kelly. Kelly takes aim for goals. Alarm bells are sounding for the Giants. The bounce is straight up and down. Mumford didn't even get close to that tap. It bounced straight into his hands as if he'd just called a puppy with a whistle. Short with no time to delay with that kick. Bumps the pigskin. Smith with the mark. That had some power behind it. And a free kick going against Frawley. He's getting accustomed to kicking goals. That's 2 in a row for Greater Western Sydney. It's now a battle with the ticking fingers of the clock. Kennedy receives the ball. Tackled by Mitchell. Smith, handball short. Kicked by Hodge. Roughhead couldn't hold on to that one. Bunteen looking to make them pay for that turnover.
A good hit out there. Hodge gains the loose ball. He slams that on the boot. Schoenmakers with the mark, lining it up with the goal now. Schoenmakers kicks for goal. That's a mark, lining it up with the goal now.
Roosh going for number 4. The Hawks with a 2-goal lead. Umpire bounces the ball. Tap to advantage. Takes control of the bouncing ball. The loose ball picked up by Caniglio. He seems to have the ball on a string, Richo.
You're right, Dennis. I've just about run out of things to say about his performance. I'm just going to watch and enjoy this display.
The ball is in the air. Vickery timing terrible. He's leaving his messages before the beat. Kennedy on the ball at the moment. Gains possession. It's like he has the ball on a string. Boots it. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it. He kicks it. Going. It's shaved the post. Greater Western Sydney trailing by less than 2 goals.
Frawley is really good at reading the play out on the field. He just needs to start doing it faster. He handballs out into space. Rioli boots it. He gets it under pressure. Caniglio kicks it long. De Boer marks it. He gets boot to the ball. The mark will be paid.
Delidio with the kick. Steady hands there as he holds that one. Kicked by Patton. What a valiant effort from the Hawks. Your final word on today's game, Richo?
Well, that's just a shocker from GWS. Red hot favourites with the bookies, but big losers here today. The stats don't lie. They never looked in the hunt all day, and there'll be some soul searching back at the club this week.
At the final siren, Hawthorn played Greater Western Sydney 49-38. Well, Richo, it's been a fun match. We've enjoyed that one.
Thanks, Dennis. Until next time, that's it.
Teamwork is the thing that talks.